Part 1. The Unexpected Diagnosis. In the bustling city of Metropolis, where the skyline was a dance of shimmering lights, lived a young woman named Clara. Clara was vibrant and full of life, always the first to organize gatherings with friends and the last to leave the dance floor. Her dreams were big, and she pursued them with an unyielding passion, working as an architect to shape the city's future. One crisp autumn morning, Clara woke up feeling unusually fatigued. At first, she brushed it off, blaming late nights and her demanding job. But as days turned into weeks, the exhaustion deepened. Simple tasks became Herculean efforts, and her once boundless energy dwindled to a mere flicker. Concerned, she visited her doctor, expecting a routine diagnosis. Dr. Patel, her trusted physician, ran a series of tests. Clara sat in the sterile, white room, tapping her foot nervously as she waited for the results. When Dr. Patel returned, his usually warm expression was replaced with a somber look. "Clara, we've found something concerning in your blood work. I'm afraid you have a rare autoimmune disease." The words hit Clara like a freight train. Autoimmune disease? What does that mean? Dr. Patel explained patiently, "Your immune system, which normally protects you, is attacking your own body. It's causing inflammation and damage to various organs and tissues. We need to start treatment immediately." Clara's mind spun. She had always been healthy, always in control. The idea of her body turning against itself was terrifying. She left the clinic with a heavy heart, clutching a pamphlet about her condition. At home, Clara sat by the window, staring out at the city she loved so much. Tears welled up in her eyes. "Why me?" she whispered. Her phone buzzed with messages from friends, invites to parties, and updates from work, but she felt an overwhelming sense of isolation. How could she explain what she was going through? Would they even understand? Determined not to let the disease define her, Clara decided to learn everything she could about her condition. She joined online forums, read medical journals, and attended support group meetings. She discovered that while the disease was rare, she was not alone. There were others who had faced similar battles and emerged stronger. One evening, at a support group meeting, Clara met an older woman named Miriam. With silver hair and a kind smile, Miriam radiated wisdom and resilience. She had been living with the same autoimmune disease for over a decade. "It's a tough journey, Clara," Miriam said, "but you can find strength within you that you never knew existed. And remember, it's okay to lean on others for support." Clara's eyes filled with tears again, but this time, they were tears of hope. She realized that while the road ahead was uncertain, she didn't have to walk it alone. Part 2. The Battle Within. Clara's journey with her autoimmune disease was a roller coaster of highs and lows. The initial treatments left her feeling drained and disheartened. There were days when getting out of bed seemed impossible, and moments when the pain felt insurmountable. But with the support of her family, friends, and the newfound community from her support group, Clara found the strength to keep going. Work became a sanctuary and a challenge. Clara's colleagues noticed her struggle but admired her determination. Her boss, Mr. Thompson, was particularly understanding. "Take all the time you need, Clara. Your health comes first," he often reminded her. But Clara was stubborn. She loved her work and found solace in the creativity and focus it demanded. One afternoon, as she was sketching designs for a new park, She felt a familiar, sharp pain in her joints. Her hands trembled, making it difficult to hold the pencil. Frustrated, she slammed her sketchbook shut. "Why is this happening to me?" she muttered. Her phone buzzed with a message from Miriam. "Remember, every battle is fought one step at a time. Don't be too hard on yourself." Taking a deep breath, Clara opened her sketchbook again. She realized that her designs didn't have to be perfect, they just needed to be hers. She adapted her techniques, using digital tools when her hands ached and taking frequent breaks to rest. Slowly, she learned to work with her condition, not against it. Outside of work, Clara started practicing yoga and meditation, which helped manage her pain and stress. She also began painting, finding it therapeutic to express her emotions through art. Her apartment soon filled with colorful canvases depicting her journey, some dark and tumultuous, others bright and hopeful. As months passed, Clara's resilience grew. She became an advocate for others with autoimmune diseases, sharing her story at conferences and writing articles to raise awareness. Her openness inspired many, including her friends, who now understood her struggles better and supported her more effectively. One evening, at a fundraising event for autoimmune disease research, Clara was invited to speak. She stood at the podium, looking out at a sea of faces, some familiar, others not, but all connected by a shared struggle. "Living with an autoimmune disease is like fighting a battle every day," Clara began. "But it's a battle we don't have to fight alone. We have each other, and we have the strength within us to keep going, no matter how tough it gets. This disease may have changed my life, but it hasn't taken away my spirit." The audience erupted in applause. Clara smiled, feeling a sense of accomplishment and unity. She knew the road ahead was still uncertain, but she was no longer afraid. She had found her inner strength and a community that supported her unconditionally. Part 3: A New Dawn. Years passed, and Clara's life had transformed in ways she never imagined. Her career as an architect flourished, and she became known for her innovative designs that emphasized accessibility and inclusivity. Her experience with the autoimmune disease had given her a unique perspective, and she used her skills to create spaces that were not only beautiful but also considerate of those with physical challenges. One spring morning, Clara received a call from Mr. Thompson. "Clara, there's a new project I'd like you to lead. It's a community center focused on wellness and support for people with chronic illnesses. I can't think of anyone better suited for this than you." Clara's heart swelled with pride and gratitude. "I'd be honored," she replied. The project became her passion. She worked tirelessly, incorporating elements that promoted healing and comfort. Natural light, serene gardens, and quiet spaces for reflection were just a few features of the design. Clara collaborated with healthcare professionals, wellness experts, and, most importantly, individuals who would benefit from the center. She listened to their needs and made sure their voices were heard in every aspect of the project. During the construction, Clara often visited the site, overseeing every detail. One afternoon, while walking through the nearly completed building, she met a young girl named Lily. Lily was sitting in a wheelchair, sketching in a notebook. "Hi there," Clara said, kneeling down to Lily's level. "What are you drawing?" Lily looked up with a shy smile. "I'm drawing my dream garden. I have a chronic illness, and sometimes it's hard to go outside. But in my dream garden, I can go anywhere." Clara's eyes filled with tears. She saw a reflection of her younger self in Lily. "That's beautiful, Lily. Would you like to help me design a garden for this center?" Lily's face lit up. "Really? I'd love to." Together, they created a magical garden, with winding paths, colorful flowers, and quiet nooks for rest. It became the heart of the community center, a place where people could find peace and solace. On the day of the center's grand opening, Clara stood on the stage, looking out at the crowd. Friends, family, colleagues, and members of the community were all there, including Miriam, who had been her guiding light. "Thank you all for being here," Clara began. "This center is more than just a building, it's a testament to resilience, hope, and the power of community. Living with a chronic illness can be incredibly challenging, but it can also teach us the strength we never knew we had. Together, we can create a world where everyone feels supported and understood." As she cut the ribbon, the crowd cheered, and Clara felt a profound sense of fulfillment. She had turned her struggle into a source of strength, not just for herself but for countless others. The community center thrived, becoming a beacon of hope and healing. Clara's journey was far from over, but she faced the future with confidence and courage. She knew that no matter what challenges lay ahead, she had the resilience to overcome them and the compassion to help others do the same. And so, in the bustling city of Metropolis, amidst the shimmering lights and towering skyscrapers, Clara's story became a source of inspiration. Her legacy was not just in the buildings she designed, but in the lives she touched and the hearts she healed.